You're listening to the Board Game Snobs podcast, a ridiculous podcast with ridiculous hosts that discuss ridiculous things. And any mention of board games is purely coincidental. And so, without further ado, and with a heavy dollop of shame and embarrassment on my part, I give you the Board Game Snobs.
Go!
That was an elongated go.
I like to elongate my goes.
All right. This is Jerry. We are shooting this live off of our Discord and inviting people in. It's very nice.
Live chats.
It's very
with,
nice.
The three interested ones that have most kindly joined our Discord video. Well, we do have video going, but that's not going to air because Jerry's shirtless in his motel room rubbing oil on his body for some reason. You like to stay lubricated.
Baby oil. No, I like to stay moisturized. I know there's a lot of people who are anti-moisture, people who don't understand the need to remain, to lock it in. You should lock it in to not be ashy.
I don't like being moist, but I do agree you should stay moisturized.
I'm pro-moist.
I don't like, to me, I'm just thinking perspiration, sweat, snot. Snot counts as moisture.
I love saunas. I love the sweat.
Well, you know what I don't understand is you don't have the ability to sweat, so it seems like you're just going to kill yourself.
Well, I love to get red, I guess. I love to get hot.
You're just going to explode like a pimple.
Well, red hot pimple.
There goes Mr. Baker. I discovered something about myself literally today.
Oh, today, just now.
Literally today at lunch. I sat there eating. My wife went out with her parents.
My wife.
She took them to the doctor because that's what you do with your elderly parents, mostly in their old age. You spend all your time taking your elderly parents to doctor appointments. If you're a good child. If you're a bad child, then I guess you don't. Or I guess you just ignore them.
We don't shame here.
Good or bad, or you just throw them in a nursing home. Don't worry about it. But nursing homes can be necessary at some point in time. But that's not the point. Here's the point. After they went to the doctor's appointment, my father-in-law loves, and I mean loves, chips and salsa. And he has my wife make him jars of salsa every week. And he will just devour them. And it's just a weekly basis. She messed up, fed him some homemade salsa one day, and he cannot get enough of it. So now, every time they come up to town for a doctor's visit, they go to a Mexican restaurant, and of course, he eats his chips and salsa. Well, they were eating, and I was hungry, and I said, all right, bring me something, please. I'm hungry. I cannot join you. She brought me some fajitas and chips and salsa. When I eat things with a utensil, such as
yes, you do.
As much as I hate forks, sometimes they're necessary, especially when you're piercing a piece of fajita meat.
You hate forks?
I'm anti-fork. Give me a spoon to just shovel it in. The forks they're only useful for piercing. Using them in salads and a finely chopped salad is ridiculous. Using them for macaroni and cheese is ridiculous. Don't get me started. Refer back to my anti-fork stance in a solo pod. But I use all utensils. When I'm using a utensil, left hand, fork, spoon, knife, I have to, of course, use the knife in the right hand. When I was eating my chips and salsa, I was picking up the chip, dipping in the salsa, and I do that with my right hand.
Uh-huh.
I don't understand why I'm not using my left hand to dip the chip and feed that to myself. It's the same process as a utensil. Why am I doing one thing right-handed, another thing left-handed? I thought if you did something, if you were certain of hand, you just do it all with that hand. Are you aware of which hand you dip your chips in and or use a utensil?
I am. Yes, it's the right.
For all things above.
It's the right, yes. Now, there was an interesting study that was done about how people dry off. Since we were previously talking about moisture, that apparently people have a ritual when they get out of the shower and or bath, if you're the type of person that likes to, rest in their own filth. But how they dry off is apparently ritualistic and always the same. The same leg first, or arm, or head, or however you do it.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, you always do it that way.
I also lather myself the same way and soap myself the same way.
Yeah, I don't do that.
Chest and
That's
belly,
odd.
left arm, pit, left leg, right leg, other things.
It's weird that you know that, though.
Yeah, it's another thing I noticed about myself many, many years ago. Yeah, you just getting these weird little routines, but I just don't know why. I am a left-hand. I write left-handed. I throw left-handed. I throw a football. Anything I'm going to throw is going to get tossed with my left hand. I write with my left hand. It is quote unquote my dominant hand. Yet I play pickleball right-handed. I play tennis right-handed. I golf right-handed, and apparently I dip my chips right-handed.
That's the red right hand. Get it? Salsa reference. It's 7:00 Central Time.
Yeah, we're going to have some of our dear listeners that are waiting in our Welcome Yourself channel, and we're going to drag them in here against their will, because we can do that in the Discord apparently, and chat with them. So if you hear them come in mid-sentence, that's because they're talking to others. Okay. So we will drag the first one in now. I don't know which one came in first, but we're going to go with BranDan Haines Jabs, and here he comes.
Podcast? Everybody's got a podcast.
Oh, look at there. See? You came in. You just got dragged in. You just got dragged.
You dragged BranDan in.
I got moved. I'm the first one. Get everybody else.
That's just like getting alien abduction. Like you just get in the middle of talking to your family at dinner time, you get sucked up through the roof.
Hey, Jerry.
This is the probing. How y'all doing?
I'm all right, man. How are you?
We're surviving. What is with the jabs? Is that your street name?
We've asked him that repeatedly.
I knew this would be the first question. That is my fraternity nickname, which is Jab Friesp. JABFRISPE. So the brothers Murph shortened it to Jabs. And that's just kind of what I go by now.
The brothers Murph. How do you know them?
Oh, boy. When I got involved in the board gaming sphere, they're one of the YouTube guys that do board game reviews. They're on podcasts. They do kind of what you guys do. Got involved with them forever ago on Twitch or YouTube or one of those things, and just kind of made friends with them. And now here I am.
When you say got involved, it makes it sound like a torrid love affair.
A menage a trois. Who's your favorite of the Murphs?
Between Mike and Nick, this is like Sophie's Choice. You're having me do a Sophie's Choice.
That's like asking him who's your favorite snob.
Oh. We don't go there. Don't go.
Wait. I got
it. Enrique. This is for an answer.
Here you go.
Enrique's my favorite.
This is
snob.
just for you.
Hello there.
Oh, you got him. Yes. I was hoping you would get them. There has been a shipping nightmare in Indiana for a couple weeks. I have a package that I sent out in March that is sitting in Indianapolis. It's been there for 2.5 months. So I'm glad you got those.
Indiana shipping, you ask them what they're doing, this is what they say.
I've been just doing things, man.
Holy crap, Enrique's actually here?
No, he's just got an Enrique soundboard, I suspect.
Oh, man. I wanted to start off with saying, hello there. Like, you guys just pulled me in. I have no idea what's going on. I got pulled in first. Weird.
Yeah, it just happened.
So this is BranDan Haines, longtime listener. You were even a co-host for one glorious episode.
Yeah.
One of the leaders of the SnobCon movement, the Midwest Adillos.
Sure.
Midwest Adillos.
Midwest Adillos. That's what we call ourselves.
And that was you. Who were the other three? Mason,
It was
Tyler.
Tyler from Chicagoland, Mason, and Doran Phoenix.
That's right.
Who is also Dorian is in the waiting room.
Doran
FYI.
is in the waiting room.
Gobby's the controller of all who can enter. He will not. He's like, he's very restrictive. I said, put everybody in. And he's like, no, one at a time.
Well,
one at a time.
We'll try it one at a time We'll try it one at a time towards the end, but we'll give everybody a few minutes to chit chat. Anything of note that you've been up to or want to ask us?
Oh my gosh. Well, I did throw you a letter. Did you get the letter?
You did.
Ooh.
But that's
actual,
like a whole topic.
Physical
but
letter.
I guess we could discuss it briefly. Yeah, physical letter. And so at the end he says, well, I'm at it. How about a podcast topic? What are your guys' most played games? I'm actually curious from a video game. You're actually curious from a video game is one of your sentences.
Well, video game perspective and board game.
You forgot to say perspective.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, this is what you got to deal with. He won't read between the lines.
He just said, I'm curious from a video game. In period.
I'm curious from a
He's a curious video game.
I forgot the word perspective.
Like I'm sure my board game with most number of plays is Quicks, and probably the game I have the most hours in would be Smite and Hades.
So board game. So I'm saying the board game I played the most is Quicks because it's so fast, it's so easy. You play a ton of them. I'm curious if you guys have an idea of which one you guys have played.
I do.
You're a board game podcast.
I keep BG stats. So my most played is Can't Stop.
Can't Stop, for sure.
My second most played is Yokohama at like 33. So I go from like hundreds of plays of Can't Stop to like 30 something of Yokohama. Video game wise, probably Madden.
Jerry, do you have one?
Video game. Well, first off, in board games, if it's BGA, it's obviously It's a Wonderful World.
Oh yeah,
that's what that.
I knew that.
Yeah, in terms of like actual physical board games, I think Brass might be pretty far up there, as well as I'm trying not to cop out and just say a little card game, but there are like Coup. I've played a bunch of Coup. In terms of video games, actually, the funny that you should bring this up. According to Steam, which is highly inaccurate about some things, but it looks like Helldivers just passed 350 hours, but that is Enrique's fault. That is Enrique's fault. Prior to that, the three games that were of equal time was Faster Than Light.
Oh, FTL, really?
FTL. I'm a huge FTL fan. That design, any of those 8-bit small independent games really get me. The next one, a very similar, RimWorld. Huge RimWorld fan. And finally, one that caught me off guard, which was Fallout New Vegas. I think I know what was going on back then, though. Fallout New Vegas, that was my first real... I was a big Fallout fan back in the day, and that was like the one that really hit me hard. And I think I got obsessed with it. But yeah, that RimWorld would be used to be my number one. I love that game. That's amazing. Everybody else is playing Stardew Valley, and I'm playing RimWorld.
I'm not familiar with that one at all.
Yes. Well, get ready. It is a space colonization game that is make your own story. So you have these little fat little chibi people that land on the planet, and you're just the AI throws whatever events at you, and you just try to survive, and you can do whatever you want to do.
Huh.
And it becomes very odd.
Oh, listen.
I once harvested Enrique's kidneys.
Oh, come on.
Just to see if I could do it. I've created an Enrique character, harvested a kid. I think it was a kidney.
A kidney?
But yeah, a kidney. I think it was a kidney. You can harvest body parts off people. I'm not sure exactly what we were doing. I think it was because I had downloaded DLC, which allows you to create ideologies, and I believe that we were a clan of people who were one kidneyed. And so the join said clan, you had to lose a kidney. Shout out to our dear friend James I forgot to tell you, Gabby. I guess I should have led with this. James survived a surgery. We had the friend,
Yeah.
John. Friend
Okay,
of the
I'm just going to
podcast.
say,
His dad recently found out.
yeah, he's healthy, wealthy, and wise. We need to keep it a little bit briefer to get everyone in here, have their moment, and then I want to do everybody for Ultimate Chaos.
Oh,
Okay. Well, all right. Go ahead then.
But
James survived the surgery, Jack. He survived his surgery.
I know. I kept in contact with his sister-in-law, and she informed me, and I was glad to hear it. Nobody knows who you're talking about, though, so...
See how Gabi is. Like, dear friend survives cancer and loses a kidney.
All right. And there goes... boom! I just dropped him out.
Just kicked him out. How dare you?
All right.
Who are you dragging in now?
A. Woods. Here he comes.
Dorian? Who? You dragged in A. Woods?
I dragged in A. Woods. I always forget if it's Aaron, Anthony, Andor.
Andrew.
None of the above. How embarrassing.
I get him confused because there's a Aaron Woods at a BGG, and for some reason I have it in the head that you're one and the same. They're not.
Well,
I was just entertaining your guess over there with some American Truck Simulator.
My son loves American Truck Simulator. I actually bought him a steering wheel for it. Jack is all about the American Truck Simulator. I wouldn't buy the European one.
I live the real life. I don't have to simulate it.
Oh, there's A. Woods. He looks exactly as I imagined.
And you look exactly like I imagined.
What about Enrique? Boom.
Oh, always.
That's very odd. I wish you'd stop that.
I can't. It's too
good.
That
is a great headshot of Enrique, though.
So, Gabi, you were having some problems with Hornet?
If by problems you mean have never played it, then yes.
It's Phantom Leader. You have Phantom Leader.
Oh, what a coincidence.
Yes, I love Phantom Leader. He bought minis for it, which is pointless to have, but...
Hey, look.
Phantom Leader's wonderful.
When you're in the throes of buying and you just are gassed up for some... what is that? What is that? GMT? What is that?
Yeah, it's GMT games.
And I'm like, I'm going to get into war.
Oh, I'm sorry,
games.
DVG, but the old one was GMT.
I'm going to get into some war gaming and bomb some things with my Phantom Jet. And Jerry got me all hyped up. He's like, he named his pilot and had this long history, but he's talking about his helicopter one, Apache War Leader or something. And I was all inspired. Never played it. It's still sitting there. I still want to play it. Never have.
I don't think it's that hard to get into. There's a pretty nice example of play, and the sequence of play on the board really does a lot of heavy lifting, reminding you of what to do.
All right. Well, what my thing is, I don't like to read like the rules. I need it to be shown to me.
Oh yeah, I totally get that. I've relied on playthrough videos plenty of times.
That's why when we are sitting at our table learning a game and Jerry's essentially reading from the rule book without me seeing it in action, as they call it, hands-on training. I'm a hands-on training type of person. Let me do the movements.
Yeah, I'm one to set up the game and just mess around with things as I'm going through.
Yeah, that's what I do when I do indeed do it.
I suspect, Mr. Woods, are you a solo gamer?
Generally, yes, and that's more because I don't have many people to play with, so I just settle around in the solo area.
What's your favorite?
I still like Finished, but I have a fascination with Space Hulk Death Angel. Kind of messing with some sports simulators here and there.
Fun fact, I love Death Angel. A matter of fact, I tried to revamp it and retheme it and failed utterly. I don't say I failed because it didn't stop, but I have a prototype of another game very similar to it with a different theme that I was working on that just unfortunately doesn't fit the IP that I was going for. But I love Death Angel.
I saw some people have rethemed it. One did Metal Slug, the old arcade game.
I like the system, but I was trying to figure out another way that make it not just combat related. Trying to kind of revamp it just a little bit. I never could figure it out. But I love Death Angel.
Make it into more of a love story, maybe.
Yeah, I wanted it to be about 40K Marines that are in love with each other. And instead of fighting Tyranids, it's really about fighting not only the the blockades to their affection, but the things that are keeping them from coming together. That's what it was going to be about. You got it, Gobby.
Their commitment issues.
Exactly.
I think that what we need is
tyrannids.
a homoerotic 40K. That's what we need.
Space
so
Marines.
Get ready for the fan fiction.
The love story. I'm sure they're out there. Anything you want is out there. Just check Reddit for Space Marines love fiction.
And Enrique's reading it.
Okay, so the question that Jabs, aka BranDan Haines, asked us, we'll ask all of our guests. What are your most played games? I'm curious from a video game
perspective.
My most played game as in video games?
Video games. Your most played video game and board game is what he meant to say. He just sent us a very poorly written letter. Just saying.
Well, my most played video games used to be the Left 4 Dead series when I played that with friends regularly. And board games would probably, I think, just Freecell. I got real into solitaire.
Yeah.
Something quick. That's why I was going. It's generally going to be something, like a quick filler game or solitary game that you can just play by yourself, or BGA, or you're done in 10 minutes, something like that. But if you were to pick like an actual board game you've played the most times, what it would be? Like, say, within, a 1 to 3 hour-ish board game.
Then I don't play a lot frequently, but the largest game that I've played the most would have been, The Dark Valley, the Eastern Front.
I don't know what that is.
Dark Valley. It's about...
Yeah, it is a mini monster game by Ted Racier. It's from 1941 to 1945. I've gone through it about 3 times, and each turn is about an hour-ish.
A solo game, I'm guessing?
No, it's 2-player, but I play both sides.
Ah, okay. Do you know what you're going to do next?
I have Streets of Stalingrad on the bucket list that I want to try and get to. It looks really fascinating.
Question for you.
How about yourself, Gobby?
My most played games are Can't Stop, because I played all the time on BGA, and Yokohama. In real life, probably also Yokohama. I've played several times on BGA. Other than Yokohama, it would be Viticulture. I played that. I'm in the 20s and 30s of both of those. And then Raiders of the North Sea. And then Jerry's was...
It's always good to get multiple.
Yeah, Jerry's was... I don't forgot. It's his favorite. Brass, yeah. Okay, so my question to Jerry before we're going to bring everyone in. Are you, what do they call that? Ambidextrous in any way. So for instance, I discovered when I eat with a utensil, I eat with my left hand. I'm left-handed when I write, when I throw. And I discovered I eat chips and salsa with my right hand. I discovered that just today. I play any other sport with my right hand other than throwing. Are you ambidextrous in any way, or are you just right-handed? Because I see you holding your pen in your right hand.
I'm primarily right-handed, but did you grow up playing any form of baseball? You've mentioned watching it plenty of times.
I'm a switch hitter.
Well, I would imagine
on the Wii.
I imagine that would have to deal with you catching things with your left hand, with using your dominant hand to throw.
Yeah, today I caught myself unawares with which hand I was feeding myself chips with. And I was like, why am I eating with my right hand? Because I'm left-handed. I use a fork and spoon with my left hand. It left me aghast.
Well, that's very observant.
Do you kick? Do you know which...
I'm going to interrupt about this riveting hand ambidextrous thing, because he mentioned Ted Racier, and in terms of your solo games, that the I, Napoleon that just came out.
Oh, yeah. Is that one by GMT1, or is that one in another publisher?
I believe that's GMT, and I'm looking it up. That is Ted Racier, and it's a solo game, and that's the one that I was very much interested in playing, and it's gotten some rave reviews. It got the Golden Geek nominee for best solo board game and best board game, and so I'm interested in playing that, and it keeps getting just excellent reviews. And it tipped me off when you said that, because I thought I've heard that name, and that's Ted's most recent game.
How do you spell his last name?
Something.
Racier. I'm imagining Racier.
I think you're right. Yes, Raicer. Racier. You think you're a racer? I'm a racier.
Erasure, the band. I used to like them. Or Eraser is what Arnold Schwarzenegger's movie was with Vanessa Williams, the once Miss America, I believe.
What was the one with what's her face in it? The one that was from the Halloween movies that danced.
Jamie Lee Curtis. True Lies.
True Lies. There's a one.
That's a good. Those are two. Actually, the Eraser, not a good movie. I remember him. I remember there are alligators or crocodiles in a scene. And I know he wouldn't kill them. So he must have killed a man that was in the alligator pit or something. Because I remember his, they always had like their cool catchphrases. He literally says, "Your luggage."
Your luggage.
I think that hot take that one of my favorite quote unquote serious Arnold Schwarzenegger movies was his sci-fi film. Was it The Fifth Day or the
Sixth
Sixth
Day?
Day?
The Sixth Day.
Yes, that was a great show.
Is that like the one where he keeps repeating the day?
No, that's the one where he was cloned.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
And it was a really good movie. And I don't think that I think it was like at the end of his career. But it was like one of his better films.
They're also redoing Running Man, which is a Michael Crichton book. And he made one of the cheesy 80s movies early on. I look forward to that as well.
I do too.
All right. Andrew, that's your name, and I won't forget it because that's literally my middle name, except my name is okay, so in French it's Andre, but in Spanish it's Andres. So my name is actually Gabriel Andrew Moraga.
Well, I'm honored.
In case anybody wants to dox me. I probably shouldn't have said that.
Who wants to dox?
I meant to, they're like, oh, let's see where Gabi lives. Oh,
who wouldn't want to? I mean, you're
depressing.
talking to the host of the Board Game Snobs.
You live next to Papa John's.
No, the Motel
The
6.
Papa John?
Yeah, the Papa. No, the restaurant.
All right, we're going to say bye to Andrew. Goodbye, Andrew.
Oh, kicking him out. Bye. Thank you very much, Andrew. Oh, kick him out. Who are we bringing in now? There's Chad, and there's Dorian. Bring in Dorian.
No, I'm bringing in Mr. Calves himself because he's been in there. Boom! Welcome, one and all. Mr.
Is it my turn?
Ryan Maxwell.
What, guys?
He's at his house.
He's at his vast mansion. I've seen that fireplace. You can't hide it. He turned his camera on, turned it off. Was that a fireplace? Do you have a fireplace?
I do. Not that we've ever used it.
Ooh, I love a fireplace.
You don't get much chance to use a fireplace in Texas.
For a romantic evening. Is it a real one or does it burn gas or what does it do?
No, it's gas logs.
I love a fireplace view. It's absolutely enchanting.
Yeah, that's about all it's good for. It doesn't ever get cold enough. Maybe 1-2 nights a year is it cold enough to use the fireplace.
It's just for ambiance in Texas. Nobody needs a fireplace.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you light a fireplace, you know it's going down.
Very nice.
Yeah. So how's this going tonight?
It's going fabulously for what it is, considering that I'm partially shirtless in the Hampton Inn and Suites, and Gabi is
we can see the top part of your body.
This.
We can't see the bottom part, fortunately.
Bottomless mimosas over here at the Sebastiano's bar. That's where I just came from.
So BranDan Haines had made this for us.
Yeah, I saw those pictures. That the fatheads or whatever. Those are hilarious.
We'll let him greet you.
Hello there.
FYI, we got to arrange our bowling outing before BGG, but also we will be bringing a virgin in both sense and physical to the BGG Spring this year. One of Enrique's friends, Harrington, is coming with us.
Harrington, is that a first name or a last name?
That is his name.
Excellent.
Like, there's no last name. It's just
It's
Harrington.
like Madonna.
Yeah, I was going to ask you guys about that, because not about Harrington, but about the bowling, because we missed, fall.
I
And you
know.
guys skipped out on me to go hang out with Dice Tower guys, as if that was a cooler experience than bowling.
Well, it wasn't. Tom is pressuring me again this year. I guess we'll go this year. But Enrique just got his bowling ball, a new bowling ball drill.
Another one?
Yes, he broke his last one in a very very odd situation. He was practicing bowling in his home.
Of course he was.
Which you shouldn't do. And he put his bowling ball through the wall. And then at some point in time, I believed he dropped it because his mother forbade him from keeping it in the house. So it chipped, and so now he had to purchase a new one, which caused me to do an insane amount of research on which bowling ball would fit him the best. And he just got it drilled, and he's incredibly happy with it, of course. So
I've been
he's
just
fired up for
doing
that.
things, man.
That Enrique soundboard's
I
killing me.
live.
That's hilarious. Well, I got a new bowling ball too since the last time, because mine finally gave up. But I could not get my old one. We took it out in the street with the kids and tried to smash it, and that thing was dang near indestructible. I could not even get a chip on it.
What are they made of?
Even though it was cracked. Depends on the bowling ball, but most of them have like a lead core or something similar, and then polyurethane or for the cover, and then in between there it can be any kind of like plastic or other kind of alloy is not the right word, but mixed material type of thing.
I instantly tuned out as soon as you started telling me. Like, I should have never asked the question.
What's the question you want to ask?
I don't know what the question I want to ask is. I was going to say, though, but when people are listening to this, which will be next week, we will be bowling. If they're listening to it when it's published.
You literally have the question on a piece of paper in front of you.
Oh, my bad. I'm sorry. Yeah, the question
I swear.
By the moon and the stars in the sky. Mr. Ryan Maxwell. First of all, are you keeping your calves in shape?
I am. In fact, the guys in the lobby were asking to see them, so I showed them off a little bit, and then it got weird. Because see, you guys have seen the calves, and I know you like those. What you've never seen is the bare feet, and that tends to freak people out.
Oh, the web feet.
Oh, that's a
No, I wear a size 14.
Show them to me.
And my toes are about half of that. Well, why is my camera not working? Like, all of a sudden, my video's not working on here. But
it was working.
If you have that kind of fetish, Jerry, I'll show you when we go bowling next week.
Email me your feet at boardgamesnobs@gmail.com.
Okay, this is getting weird. You have to pay me for that.
He'll wear his flip-flops just for you, Jerry. All right, so the question asked by BranDan Haines, as he wrote us a physical letter, which is awesome. What are your most played games? He's curious from a video game and board game point of view. What is your most played video game? What is your most played board game? And I'll make the caveat with, I don't know if it's a caveat. With board games, okay, we all know it's going to be something quick, easy. But what is your most played real board game as well? Not real, because people will throw a fit about that.
Okay, so most played video game of like all time?
Yes, sir.
Okay, man, I have played... It's a toss-up between Red Dead Redemption 2, which I think is maybe greatest video game of all time. Top 5 for sure. Maybe greatest. Argument to be made. And Don't Starve / Don't Starve Together. That is a little indie game that I got like the second or third month. I had my PlayStation 4 as one of the free PlayStation Plus games, and I have just played countless hours of that. It's one of those like farming and resource management and survival games, but it's just so cathartic, and the art and the music are cool, and it's just kind of goofy, and man, I can just get lost in that I could spend 8 hours in there in the blink of an eye and not even realize.
I love Don't Starve.
I messed up with my Xbox because none of these cool games are on Xbox.
And all the Xbox games are about to be on PlayStation.
The only Xbox game that everybody cared about was Halo. And it's like, who cares about Halo now? Even the show bomb.
Yeah. Halo, man, in college with all the LAN parties we used to do back before internet was good enough to play
Now,
at your own home. We used to do that a bunch.
Yeah, if I was to think about that far back, probably Halo would be up there. Definitely, I used to LAN party it up with Halo.
Yeah, we did a lot of Halo. Board games. So I have to divide this up into two categories because I play a lot of BGA. And by far, and in fact, I think I might still be number one on Board Game Arena in most games played. Captain Flip. I have like almost 1,000 games of that played and logged on BoardGameGeek.com. Last time I checked, I was like number one. I might have dropped since then because I haven't played as much lately. But that online is probably my most played game. In real life, our family plays. I would say our most played game in real life is probably Century Golem Edition. I think we've played that close to 100 times as a family in the last, maybe not 100 times, probably 50 or 60 times together over the last few years, 5 years since we've owned it. That's probably the most played game in real life that I have.
I always wanted to play that. Well, I mean, I know it's the same. Are all the rules the exact same as Spice Road?
Exactly the same. Everything is exactly the same. All they did was change the spices, the little wooden cubes, to these beautiful colored gems, and they changed all the artwork from spice traders to these really cool, unique golems. And then, like there's like a sorceress or a witch or whatever you want to call her that does some transformation stuff. And then there's people that are like exploring, to gather and trade and stuff. And the artwork is really cool. It's much more family friendly. I would have never gotten the original Spice Road to the table, which is what I first played. And it was like, I have to own this game. And then when I found out there was the Golem edition, I was like, oh, my family will play this. And sure enough, they had. I think it's our favorite game. It's our number one game as a family. Everybody, when we can't decide, when we can't agree on what game to play, that one is always the one that ends up on the table.
They were like, you know what this game needs? A Jewish folklore in it. They'll make it better. And there you go, the Golem edition. I've played since.
Is that Jewish folklore?
Golem? Yeah.
I didn't know.
A golem is a anthropomorphic, it's like something made out of clay that's brought to life. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that's what it is. Yeah.
Well, in this version, all of them are some sort of anthropomorphic rock thing that services some like civic service. Like
that's exactly what a golem is.
Yeah, but these are cool because like some of them are like playgrounds, and there's like fire truck and bridges and boats, and
they show up for jury duty or civic service.
Yes.
Gobby.
They direct traffic. One's a mayor.
Actually, I think there is one. I have to go back and look. I think there is one that directs traffic.
It's all made out of clay. You go to jury duty. You have a trial by your pottery.
A pottery. Yeah, a grouping of clay faces. So, what is of that genre of game? I wouldn't play Century Spice Road or Golem because they were fine, but they were just like set collection, resource. Get those. Was it Her Majesty's Realm or Of Her Majesty's Realm or On Her?
Yes, that was with Andre.
Eric. Is it Eric Andre? I don't think that's
it's Mark.
Mark Andre.
Mark Andre.
And they redid it and like made it streamlined, of course, and all this stuff. And I'd like to get that version because we sold the other version. I don't know why, but that's a game. It's one of the games I regret selling. It's like a entry level. People would enjoy this that are new. You're like showing them people that you invite over and you don't have anything to do and you really don't know what to converse about. And so you're just like, all right, let's play a game instead. I think that would work.
Well, you have Fantastic Factories. No, you don't have it there. You have it at my house.
Oh, okay. Well, I might need
to games in the description of the type that you just mentioned, on your, not direct recommendation, but your often publicizing on the podcast, I picked up a copy of Royals that has now been on my shelf for about 6 months, but I haven't gotten it to the table with the family yet.
Oh my goodness, you're missing out.
I wish they would bring out wait a few. You should have waited a few months when Meghan Markle brings out her edition of it.
I don't get that reference. What is she doing? Is she coming out with something, or is there a big reveal coming?
Yeah. Megan texted me the other day. You haven't been listening to her show?
No.
Yeah, her cooking show. It's wonderful.
She's a
Anything
cooking
Meghan
show now?
Yeah, anything Meghan Markle, I hate watch it. I'm keeping her in business. I love watching Meghan Markle stuff. It is so infuriatingly bad. She is so fake, but I love it. I love
Suits
it.
is the only thing she ever did that I have had any interest in.
Oh, that Suits LA got canceled immediately. First season. And apparently people don't like Oliver Queen from Arrow. I don't know what he did. They said what do they call that? He was a scab when they had the strike in Hollywood. He was like promoting stuff when he shouldn't have been promoting it. And so now everybody's real anti Stephen Amell. Always kind of.
Oh, if you pick on him, he'll never heal. Ryan, in case of like Don't Starve, you should definitely try. If that whole genre of that type of artwork and that type of thing, RimWorld is really good because it's
RimWorld.
RimWorld.
All right.
Another survival game, along with something that's I love RimWorld. We were just talking about it.
All right, we're gonna have to boot you out, Ryan. We'll get him the next one for time saving purposes.
We'll see you guys next
week.
We will see
Absolutely.
you.
Can't wait.
At the time of this, we've already seen you. Mind blown.
Yeah, I know. It's Inception or something like that, right? Tenet.
All right. See you, Ryan. Bye-bye.
Later.
We may bring everybody in all at once later on. We'll see what happens.
Bring in Doran.
Doran, we have not brought him in. Here he goes.
Doran.
Boom.
Phoenix.
Doran Phoenix.
No. Hello.
What is your real name, Doran?
My name is Christopher.
Oh, I knew it would be something like that.
Christopher Phoenix.
First off, Chris, let me just say, I want to start off. Number one, Christopher has his camera on as well. I'm loving the Plunging Haines T-shirt. I myself am rocking a Gildan T-shirt. Here's the thing: when you get home from work, you should only have two sets of clothes. You should have the I'm at home. If anybody comes over, I got to put on some pants because I'm wearing something that's comfortable. And then you have your business casual. That's how it should be. Period.
Yeah, this is what I wear under my work shirt. I wear a button-up, tie, all that for work. That comes off, this stays on.
As soon as I saw that, I was like, you're in the same business as I am. You wear a button-up shirt every day. And it's like, when you wear a polo, do you want your skin to show or don't you? Is it the V-neck today? I have found, I buy a lot of white shirts. And it depends. Are you a Fruit of the Looms man?
I bought some of I like their like tank tops. They're long fit ones.
The wife beaters occasionally.
Yeah,
you need to have.
I wasn't sure if I should say that. I know that's
the Gobby doesn't like that, but there is a connotation. But here in the South, we call those wife beaters, and it's not because we don't deal in any type of domestic violence. It's just that when you see somebody, if you see a man outside his home wearing a quote-unquote tank top wife beater, you just know he's made of something different. He doesn't care about your opinion. And if you push him too far, you're going to catch these hands.
Like, what's the point of that phrase? I don't get it. Why are they called wife beaters?
Because traditionally, many moons ago, they were worn by it was worn by a class of people that would traditionally result in them being violent towards their spouse. And thus that name kind of becomes synonymous with them.
That's
They're
unfortunate.
Not that.
It's unfortunate for them. It's just a muscle tee, right?
Correct.
What do you call
and
that?
Many people
What's the proper name of that shirt?
It is. But, I mean, like I said, I myself am an avid T-shirt wearer. I get rid of them as they kind of wear out at the neck. You know, Hanes had that collarless or tagless tee, and I found that they get what they call the bacon collar. Gobby wouldn't know about this because he doesn't leave his home. But, like, the collar gets all, like, worn out.
Well, no, I wear T-shirts pretty much 24/7 because I do not leave my home.
I know, you're a shut-in. But for those of us that have to go outside the world to make a living, that have to wear other shirts, that having a quality undershirt is key. What do you do for work, Dorian? Christopher.
You can call me either, whichever's easier for you. I guess my title is business process manager. I worked at a fencing company for 18 years, and I started like on the factory floor and worked my way up, and now I work in the offices and make charts and training manuals and stuff.
Gabi, are you listening to this? This is a man just like me. Start from the bottom and work their way up.
Whoa. I don't know if I want that sometimes.
When you say fencing,
I'm not going to say on Gabi as much, okay?
As in on guard or like fences?
I wish it was on guard fencing. We make rapiers and foils.
Whoa.
We make fence and rail, stuff like that.
Fence and rail.
Very nice.
But
oh my God.
Do you need a nice fence, Gabi?
We do actually. My wooden fence in the backyard is starting to fall down.
You do no maintenance on said fence.
No, because it is not my fence, unfortunately. It's the neighbor's fence.
So
that's the worst.
Yeah. I can do nothing except watch it slowly lean further and further towards my yard.
I'm a big fan of fences. I had a nice privacy fence at my previous
Keep out of my yard.
domicile. Yes, see? I don't want to look at you.
Yeah, now you live in the country. You have no need for fencing except to keep the cows out.
But Dorian, do you? So you don't sell you run the operation side of it. You're not trying to sell the fences. You're just trying.
I don't do sales.
Okay.
No.
So you're just going out and saying, guys, we need to make more posts. Like, how do we make?
Sure, I've done that before. That's been one of my jobs there before.
What kind of fencing?
All kind of, this is good. We're going to talk about my job, huh? So
I'm very excited about fencing.
We talking chain link, picket. What we got going on here?
We don't do any chain link. We do vinyl, privacy vinyl picket. We do aluminum rail, aluminum picket. We do some really cool kind of dual fencing where there's like aluminum rails and posts, but with vinyl infill, stuff like that.
All right, next subject. You know, that was an interesting question until you asked it.
It was a great question. I want to know about fences.
Well, I mean, are you selling
me later?
Are you selling barbed wire? What we got going on?
I'm pro barbed wire.
You should. How dare you? That ruined the cattle. I've seen them westerns.
Hey, barbed wire is one. I hung a lot of barbed wire fence back in my youth.
The best barbed wire was Pamela Anderson.
Amen to that. Go ahead with your question, Gabi.
Oh, my cat is hollering like nobody's business. Hold on. Ringo, go away.
Are you yelling at your cat?
He's very
If you had
talkative.
a fence, you could put that cat outside.
All right.
Yeah, little cat fence. Just leave it out there.
What is the etymology of your name, Doran Phoenix?
So, they said you might ask me about this. So basically, years back, I wrote the first draft. I have a couple drafts of a book, and Doran is the name of the main character. Doran. And Phoenix was a nickname that a friend of mine gave me one time.
What is the title of this book?
It was called Spark. It is not published. Lately, I've been editing for someone else to publish their book, but I really enjoy that. I enjoy editing. It's a good time.
What is this book about?
My book?
Yes.
It's fantasy. It was a fantasy book that is about a kingdom uses a fire to be able to like equip their soldiers with stuff, and the main character starts out as a soldier called an Oathsworn, engulfs himself in flame and hardens into armor, stuff like that, and then starts questioning if he's actually working for the bad guys.
So wait a minute, he engulfs himself in flame.
And then that flame like hardens into armor. It's like a magic fire.
A magic fire.
Hard fire.
Yeah, it's called Spark.
Hence the name. I am intrigued by this. This already sounds more. This sounds better than most of what is.
I thought you were going to say better than Fence.
We don't know. No. Yeah, I think you should incorporate fencing into that. That
He's basically he hardens into a fence around himself. So fencing is in all aspects of your life.
He fences himself in.
He fences himself
It's an
in.
emotional story about learning to let go of what you keep on the inside.
Well, I think that really the whole idea of it's the spark that happens in your life that then leads to you protecting yourself by having boundaries. It feels like this is one big analogy of just how one not only develops relationships but also sets meaningful but yet healthy boundaries with those around them. Just overlaid with a fantasy setting.
Also, speaking of the spark, there's a song called The Spark by a indie singer, and he's also of native origin. I don't know if that's of Canada. I think it's of Canada. But his name is William Prince. He's like this, indie folk song singer-songwriter. It is one of my favorite songs of all time. Take note.
And it's called The Spark?
Write that down, Doran. I noticed you put the emphasis on the first part.
Doran, yeah.
It's not Doran.
It's okay. You can, dude, I've been Doran on every time I've sent an email in, right?
Okay, so William Prince, The Spark, check it out. It's a love story and also good for two-stepping, just saying.
Yeah, also Spark.
I wrote it down.
Okay.
Spark is the research center for autism as well. So there you go. You have your autistic knight setting himself aflame to armor himself.
Wow.
Send your initial draft to us at boardgamesnobs@gmail.com. Need to read this. We'll critique this.
I'll think about it.
Okay.
Solid
Chris,
editing.
I'll give it to Enrique. Enrique will offer suggestions. Enrique will say, "This is the most fascinating thing I've ever read. Is this history? This is like better than Lord of the Rings. This is a 10." And then when it finally does get published,
as if Enrique ever read Lord of the Rings.
Well, he doesn't know. When he finally does publish it, it'll be like the quote on the cover, Enrique Zamora, like he's some sort of book, some sort of. There you go. This is the most better than Braveheart.
So, BranDan Haines, or Jabs, as you may know him. Oh, so you were at SnobCon with Sir BranDan.
I was, yeah.
And how is he as a competitor in board gaming?
He gets pretty vicious. He wears hats to intimidate you. He wears like wild and crazy hats to try to put the fear of losing in you, is what it is. So but he did a great job teaching the game that he taught, which was Tyrants of the Underdark. That was a lot of fun.
All right, I got to get rid of my cat.
That was good.
Continue.
And the cat was never seen from again. But no, he did a really good job teaching the game, and he was fun to chat with, and yeah, it was good. I was glad I went.
All right. So his question was, what are your most played video game and board game?
Video games and board games?
Correct. Keep it to one or two.
Okay. Most played board games, I would say Rum and Bones by Come On. And my wife and I have played a couple different deck builders. We used to play DC Deck Builder a lot because it's simple, easy to set up, easy to run through. Video games, not one of my most played, but I just finished Control last night by Remedy. They're a great studio. I like them. Max Payne, all that stuff. I've played a lot of Destiny over the years. Helldivers 2 lately as well. So, but yeah, Destiny's probably the most single game I've ever played, I would say.
You're gonna have to email me your Helldiver username. You'll have to dive with me and Enrique.
You want to know? I'll tell you a secret. It's the same name that you see on the screen right now, but with an underscore between.
There you go. We will find you. I think you got a half.
Please do.
like your friend code or something like that. I think maybe.
But
Can't remember.
sure, I'll email
I'll
it.
look
Are
it up.
you as well on PlayStation or PC?
PS5. I play on PS5.
Not good. I gotta sell my Xbox and get a PlayStation.
It's a good time. It's a lot of fun.
I wouldn't know. I haven't gotten a chance to play those. I dabbled in Destiny when it first came out, and it wasn't for me.
Yeah, I think you need somebody to go into it with you. Like you need a friend to like enjoy it to the fullest, I think. I don't think it's great if you don't have some
You
people
have
along.
to love democracy.
That's Helldivers. Yeah.
If you don't love democracy, if you don't love democracy, do you love freedom, Gobby?
Oh, I
No.
do. I indeed do. Although I also enjoy rigid rules. Do they coincide? All right, Christopher, we're going to beat you out. If you hang around, I think we're going to attempt to bring you all in at once at the very last. But if you have something else to do, as Tyler did, putting his baby to sleep at 7 o'clock. I'm like, what kind of monster are you?
That's a man after my own heart.
Oh, my God.
I lay my son down between 7:30 and 8.
Wow. Wow.
Gobby's never had kids. He doesn't know. He doesn't know.
All right, Christopher, we shall chat with you later.
Excellent. Thank you, guys.
Bye-bye. All right, I got to get rid of this cat. Rio is... All right, I'm putting him outside.
Nobody can hear him.
Solo
Nobody
talk.
can hear him.
Solo
Literally.
talk. It's driving me crazy. Rio.
Well, let me drag somebody else in. I don't know how you drag people in. Can I drag people in? I accidentally dragged somebody in.
Oh,
Betsy. Hey, Betsy.
hey guys. Oh, let me turn it back on.
So what has happened? What do you? Oh, it's there you go.
Is it on yet?
It's on there. So what has happened is Gobby had to leave
I'm
to
back.
throw out his cat. Are you in your?
well.
Yeah. Oh, there's
Betsy,
a dog.
hello.
Well, they can see us. I can't see it on the camera thing. That's weird.
You can't see us? We
Yeah,
can see
I
you.
can't tell what's on the camera.
That's okay. There's not much to see.
We're all here.
There's Tim. There's
David! I'm here. David has managed to avoid his susness. He has been broken of the habit, and he is no longer sus.
He's no longer sus. That's good. That's good to hear.
I'll have to see it to believe it personally, since I experienced the susness firsthand.
I'd like to point out I never thought he was sus. I was pro David from the beginning. I felt the accusations were unfounded.
No, there were two.
Quite frankly,
there were two witnesses. We both seen it. It's well founded.
Well, I don't think that they were well founded, in my opinion. I experienced no sus.
So Betsy and Fam, what have y'all been up to?
Board games.
Well, David just had a theater show, his little play, their end of the year play. He did awesome.
What's he, Peter Pan?
No, he was a student taking a test.
Yes, I was a high school student who decided to have a prize for a desperate kid who
wanted to be sus.
Yep.
And so I put a price tag. Turns out I didn't actually see, my answers were essentially me guessing because my grade was high enough without it, so I just essentially guessed Adrian. And so, they paid a lot of money for a dud.
What was the name of this play?
Honor Bright.
Honor Bright.
Did you hear any of this while you were doing that?
Actually, yes. They actually had some really quiet parts.
Yeah.
Jade's here too.
Hey.
There, hello.
Yeah.
Hello.
So Jade's getting ready for her dance recital.
My goodness.
Getting
y'all are
ready to
busy
because I need a
fellas.
test.
Oh yeah, and Jade started painting minis now.
Because I need a tedious test to do while I listen to a murder podcast.
What murder podcast are you listening to?
Mr. Baldwin.
What?
Yeah. Mr. Ballin.
Mr. Ballin, of course. Well, she is becoming of that age. That's what all grown women do is watch murder podcasts so that they freak out and can't be
And
home
documentaries.
and documentaries. It just happens. It's what happens. As you get older, women like to really watch murder podcasts, and men get really into World War II and grilling.
Ancient Rome.
Ancient
The Roman
Ancient-
Empire.
I think of Rome every day. I think of Napoleon. I'm literally reading a book on Cochrane, who was the 1800 naval admiral, who was what you don't even know. You don't even read.
Crickets again.
You don't even know. You don't read. How dare you, Cricket? A national hero.
So,
for which Master and Commander was based on. He inspired don't even get me started. He inspired Patrick O'Brien. Continue.
So, we are at the time of this airing, we will be in the throes of gaming at BGG Spring. Are any of your children joining as well?
In 1 week.
Yeah, just David though. Jade's staying home.
Yeah.
I guess she can paint all my minis for me.
I'm gonna burn the house down.
Why is Jade staying behind?
She doesn't like board games.
She doesn't like
She's a traitor.
She doesn't like y'all.
Okay, no
No,
problem.
she loves us.
Yeah, she loves y'all.
She loves y'all. There's no question. I don't know. Sounds like David's going back to being sus.
David will always be sus. It's just like David. Yeah, I don't know. You won't know this, and I hope you never know this. But once you've been cheated on in life, you never trust again. I don't know that I can trust you.
You've burned Gabi's ability to trust.
You will have to earn that trust back. Just saying.
No, first off, as someone as everybody knows, I'm one of very forgiving nature, and also understand that any trespasses that one commits, prick us, do we not bleed? Are we not all human? Can we hold somebody else to a higher standard? And quite frankly, if you're not willing to cheat, are you really playing?
Yeah, people like you. People like you.
My motto.
Well, I'm willing to, but I won't.
Well, exactly.
Thank you, because you're a person of
willing,
great integrity and moral standards. Okay, so this is the question we've been asking all of the listeners, all of the guests. Mr. BranDan Haines asked, what are your most played games? Keep it to one or two, both video and board.
So on board games, it's Tapestry and Dune. And
Dune Imperium.
Yeah. Video games.
Monster Hunter.
I'd say overall, in the grand scheme of things, Monster Hunter pretty much takes the cake.
And then Elder Scrolls in general.
Yeah.
That's one I play the most.
But David's coming with us next week, and this is his first BGG. We're super excited.
He's already geeked out with the sweater.
Geeked out.
We're bringing a geek version with us as well. We're bringing Harrington. He's new to this. He will be overwhelmed. Harrington is basically comes from a family of almost Mennonites, of just very little outside influence.
Oh, this is going to be fun.
Oh, no.
Yes. And so I've convinced him to go with us. He's very excited. And this is going to be the first time I think he travels outside the county to the big city of Dallas.
Wow.
Yes.
Hey, y'all ready to hear something really funny?
I'll judge if it's funny.
So we've got BGG. We're headed home on Monday after BGG's over. Well, BGG is in Dallas. We're coming home. I'm immediately washing all of David's clothes, loading him up and loading Jade up, and taking both of them to my dad, who is then going to promptly bring them right back up to Dallas. And they're all going on vacation with some of our family stuff, which leaves me and Betsy with a week to ourselves.
Woohoo!
That's awful. Well,
Yes.
no, let's be careful. We don't need a third.
No worry.
No.
I was thinking that. Just didn't want to say it.
Thanks.
I don't want another sibling this old.
Would you like a little brother, David? Little brother, three's company.
I would love
Then
it.
we've got 4 plus the dog. We're fine, thanks.
Tim says no.
Oh, Chad.
The dog is sibling enough.
We got to bring in Chad.
We will have to bring in Chad. All right, so we're gonna we're gonna say
Take care,
goodbye.
guys.
But I don't know if you hang around. We're gonna attempt to bring in all at once at some after we're done with Chad, since Chad is the last one. So, oh wait, I got one for that as well. Chad,
I am the last one.
Nice.
All right, so we'll see y'all either temporarily in a few moments or at the time of this podcasting at BGG Spring. Good day.
Sounds good.
All right, see y'all later.
Thanks for stopping by.
I can drag them too. I'm dragging in Chad. Chad, is that you?
There he is.
That is me.
Chiasson.
Hello there.
Hey, Enrique as well.
Hello there.
Am I supposed to press
head.
something? I'm here.
Father time.
In the flesh. Yep.
It's almost time for BGG. I'm
Oh, I
super
know.
excited. I'm super excited for that.
One week. Well, I don't want to time stamp this.
It is.
pod,
We've
but-
already time stamped it over
Oh,
and
okay.
over and over. We are super
Okay.
excited.
1 week from now, I will be on the plane on my way. But when this comes out, I will probably.
You are already here, and it's been a blast so far. We've been bowling with Ryan, playing games with Chad. It's been a wonderful time. So we have on the docket with you specifically a 18xx game, which will be a first for me. Which game was that?
Sounds so adult.
1889 Shikoku. It is about 2-3 years ago. They did a Kickstarter where it was basically you had to print out everything yourself, and now they've made an official game. With really did a credible job with all the pieces and the cards and the board. So it's a really good-looking game now, and on top of it being one of my favorite 18xx games.
I love a good Sudoku. Or Shidaka. How's it say it?
Shikoku. Now you got me. I have to turn around and look at the game. Shikoku, yes.
Yes. My favorite mushroom. Your son's still in Japan, is he not?
Yes.
When will
he's
they?
gonna
Are they
be coming to visit me in about 2 months, into July.
very nice? So is he bringing his significant other?
Yes.
I.e., his wife. Very
Yes.
nice. It'll be interesting. That'll be very interesting. We need to, at some point in time, meet them. I'd like to meet the prodigy of Chad.
He'll be here for a month, so you've got a nice large window.
I don't think I can come to Louisiana in July. I think that would kill me. Just the heat
It would.
itself. I think that would just wipe me out. I don't think I could handle that.
What you talking about there? It's way too hot down there for us Texans. So have you been up to anything fantastic lately? Have you eaten a roast beef po' boy lately?
No, sadly, I don't think I've eaten one. I think I've had a shrimp po' boy since then. Or
That's all I think about.
That's a good question. And I tell you what, I've been wanting to eat a Bear's roast beef po' boy ever since I watched you eat yours, because I was like, I forgot. And when I go there, it's a dilemma. It's a big dilemma. Do I get shrimp or do I get roast beef? Because they're both fantastic. And the reason I went with shrimp, because I was picking up and bringing back, and we had you order yours early so that you can enjoy it fresh, hot, and not get the bread all soggy because all that gravy they put on there. And if I was eating it there, I probably would have got the roast beef. But knowing I was bringing it, it stays together much better.
You're not
for
wanting a
little
French
20-minute
dip, is
road
what you're
trip.
saying.
Yep.
A Cajun dip down in Louisiana.
It's hard for me to go there because they're only open Tuesday to Friday for lunch only. Oh, you know what? That's how I got it. My mother-in-law picked me up some a few months ago. Now I remember. So I did have some since then.
Well, Chad, we have been asking from Sir BranDan, what is your most played games, both video and board?
Video. I probably spent more time. It's going to be a tie between Final Fantasy Tactics, the original, and Final Fantasy VII. Those I spent quite a bit of time playing those two.
On a quite long trip with Enrique, I mentioned just in passing that one of the areas of video games that I am not familiar with, I have never played a Final Fantasy game. And the people from which I would have never have thought would have been involved in Final Fantasy came out of the woodwork and spent the next 2 hours trying to describe to me what I have missed out on.
Mm-hmm.
And just begging me to either pick up one of them or do something. And I just can't bring myself to play any of them. I think it has to do with either the art style or the writing. I don't know. There's something about it that I find very off-putting, and I'm afraid that if I ever touched one, I would become obsessed with it. But it's one of those things. The people who like Final Fantasy, they love Final Fantasy.
And I haven't played it. I think the last one I played was Final Fantasy X. I don't think I haven't touched it since.
Is that 13
10.
now? Is it 13?
I have no idea.
I'm looking it up right now.
Yep.
Well, I know 7 is generally regarded as the best of them all. And I've never played any of them. And of course, they're in their own category, I'm guessing, just because it's Japan. They call them JRPGs. I don't know why they're separated from regular RPGs.
From what I understand, it's not a true RPG. There's something about the Japanese style, and that's the RPG style video games don't really appeal to me, but the JPG does. And that's before I had a son who wanted to go to Japan and live in Japan. I was kind of that was the style that I liked.
Very interesting. There's a WRPG, which is a Western RPG.
Oh wow. That makes
I've never
sense.
heard of that. Never heard of that. They say that Western RPGs tend to be favored in real time, rather than JRPGs offer turn-based or tactical systems. Very interesting.
So if it comes to board games, I would have to say Pandemic Legacy series. We just finished Pandemic Legacy Season 0 this past Saturday. I am a big fan of Legacy games, but they're starting to tire of them. I am kind of like the quicker campaign style than the Legacy, because campaigns you can reset and play again, and Legacy is it's a kind of a one and done, which I don't have a problem with because I think you still get your money's worth. But there's something about the shorter time frame and not having to get the same people together for 15, 16 games. It gets to be more and more challenging.
I can't. The whole Legacy thing. It's a wonderful idea. It's a interesting idea. But of all the Legacy games, the only enduring one seems to be Pandemic. That's the only one people talk about. There's been several flops, even by the same designer. What was his name? The one that made the one about sailing.
Seafall.
The one that Stonemaier did. The little
Charterstone.
Charterstone, was that Legacy or was that more of a campaign?
No, that was Legacy because it's stickers. You're putting stickers on the board. You got new materials coming in. Some come in, some don't.
Nobody talks about how wonderful Charterstone was still yet today. I mean, as
who does?
Who's that?
Nobody. Like it's when it first come out, because it was Stonemaier.
Okay, well, I'm one of the few. I enjoyed Charterstone.
Okay.
But again, the problem with Charterstone, here's the big problem, is you need
Don't you feel stupid?
You need 6 people.
Nobody likes this. Well, I love it.
We found
I'm
the
here
guy. We found the
to,
one guy.
Bust your bubble, Gabi. Sorry about that. Yeah. The problem with Charterstone is it's 6 people, and when it's hard enough to get 4 of the same people to play a game, but to organize 6 people, I mean, you could play with less than 6, but the game shines at 6. It's definitely not my favorite Legacy games. Pandemic Legacy is much better. I'm playing the Clank, the first Legacy one, much better than Charterstone. My City, much better than Charterstone. My Island, I'm playing that currently. It's the only Legacy game I could get my wife into, and she's loving it. Much better. So it's kind of in the middle of the pack, I guess. Charterstone, the ones I've played.
Yeah, you've been knocking them out. We attempted Pandemic Legacy. We got like 6 months in and didn't finish. And I think we just decided that wasn't for us. It's not something we actually had the ability to do, because not the ability, and just, I want to play something different.
Yeah. And that's the difference for me is, when season 1 came out, I had maybe a dozen games. And so it was easy. Hey, let's play Pandemic Legacy season 1. Now I've got a lot more games. And so to play the whole game of a Pandemic Legacy, that's time that I'm not spending on other games that I might enjoy better. So, speaking of Legacy games, now, it's not a Legacy game, it's a campaign game, and is Arcs, the Blighted campaign. The Blighted Advance. Oh my goodness!
I heard you
played the first game
going
twice.
on about it.
The first time we messed up so bad that we scratched it out. It's like, nope, this don't count. We played the second time, the first one, and if Arcs is an 8 to me, I think Arcs is about an 8. Then the campaign's a 10.
Well, tell me what makes the campaign so good.
It takes what you have, what you're used to, and turns it upside down. You still got the same where you're playing your cards, you're trying to follow the suit, but it becomes not. You can't be quite as aggressive like you are in the base game. You've got to play nice a little bit, and each game is going to be very different depending on what fate you choose. And then it's going to the game as it progresses is going to change, depending on if you succeed with that fate. Because if you don't succeed, then you are forced to pick a different fate, or they call it fates. It's kind of like a faction, but the things that you brought into the game by choosing that fate stay in the game for the rest of the campaign. And so the replayability is really good. And it only takes 3 games to complete the campaign.
Very interesting.
So you could play a Blighted Reach campaign in less time it would take to play a game of TI4.
I'm sold.
Yep.
All right.
It's worth it.
All right. We'll give it a shot. Gabi, you're distracted, not paying attention. Or you would notice that Sam Rouleau just come into the waiting room.
I've seen him
Chad,
there.
we're going to see you in a week, man. We'll be ready.
I've got some games I'm bringing too. So Unconscious Mind, Ezra and Nehemiah.
Yeah, shortest man in the Bible. That's what they say. Peter slept on a watch. All right. Oh, wait. I got some stuff for that. Nehemiah, shortest man in the Bible. Peter slept on his watch. Yeah.
Now, I heard Enrique when I first came on. Did he fall asleep?
We have a soundboard now.
Hello there. Hello there.
Oh my goodness! Y'all fooled me this whole time. It's something. I feel like a fool.
Yeah, you gotta have that soundboard.
I'm done, Hughes. Doing things, man.
Dan's here too. What?
I don't know how that happened.
Dan's always here with.
Dan's always
All
here.
right. See you next week.
I'm done,
we'll see you in a little bit.
All right. I mean, this week. Right.
This
We've
week.
already seen you.
Yes.
All right,
Let's
bye,
drag.
Chad.
That was so fun last night. Oh man.
I was like, what? Oh, yeah. Lost me for a second.
it's
Oh, no.
All right.
All right, we'll see you.
okay.
Oh, you shut him off. Sam Rouleau. I'm dragging Sam in. There's a Sam Rouleau. He has Board Game Duel. Sam might not be on.
Samuel.
Hello there. How are you guys?
Hello there.
We're well. And yourself?
Very good, very good. I just got home from playing Ultimate Frisbee.
How does that differ from regular Frisbee?
It's more ultimate, so it's you just throw the disc and try to catch it in the end zone, and that scores you a point.
So it's football with a frisbee.
Yeah, but you cannot like run with the frisbee. You have to throw it.
Oh, no running with the frisbee.
No running with said Frisbee.
Yeah.
So you have to run to the spot, and then it be thrown to you?
Yeah, correct. It's like no contact. And it's very like it's there's no referee. We call the fouls to the opponent, and they can like say no, that wasn't a foul, and like there's some back and forth, and it's like all in good spirit.
What draws you to this sport?
I just started playing when I was in college, and I guess I never stopped.
You can't stop and you won't stop. Are you a frisbee golfer as well?
I played a few times, but the frisbee are really different. So you have to adjust your throws. They don't like curve in the same way, so it's kind of a different thing. But it's much more relaxed.
So in Ultimate Frisbee, do they have designated fields for that? Or is it just something you draw out?
Yeah, it's just something we draw out on like half of a soccer field. Or a football field, depending on where we're at.
Your location on the earth. We call them football fields around here. And you just use a regular, like, lightweight frisbee. Have you ever seen the aerobie, which is just the ring, like a disc ring that you can throw for a super long ways?
Yeah, we don't use that. It's just a regular frisbee.
I'm reading up on it currently. This sounds like a Canadian thing.
I believe it's an American thing that got exported to Canada, but we might have invented the indoor frisbee because we have to play indoor during the winter time.
That's what I'm looking at. It seems like it's really big.
It sounds like it was created in like Portland or Austin, somewhere where they're like hacky sacking.
Hey, you're right, Seattle.
Of course it was. Nobody's playing Ultimate Frisbee. We might play Ultimate Frisbee flag if you get tackled or something. You just take the flag off. There's got to be some tackling involved.
Actually, it was Amherst College is apparently where they claim, which is Massachusetts. So pretty close.
Yeah, that's like 5 hours from where I live.
There you go.
So
Canada.
You sound like an active fellow, Samuel.
I used to be more active than I am now. I just play like once a week. So better than nothing, but I've seen better days.
Has pickleball made its way up to the north?
Yeah, pickleball hasn't made it up north, I don't think.
Yeah, it's actually it's pretty big around here. There's a park where I go with my son, and there's always people playing pickleball all summer. And they're opening like a pickleball center or school or whatever like this year. So it's picking up.
I can't recommend it more. It's low impact, but yet you get a good workout. It's engaging. Pretty much anybody can play it. It's a great sport.
Yeah, I'd love to give it a go.
It's great for the middle-agers. How old are you, Samuel?
37, sir.
Wait another 4 or 5 years. You'll be way into it. It'll be right up your alley. When you can no longer run towards the frisbee at the great pace you do now, pickleball will be calling your name.
Good, taking notes.
That and barbecuing. Typically how it goes.
No, barbecuing is a southern thing. I was thinking about, we went to a anniversary party this well, that's when this came out 2 weeks ago. Nobody cares. But we went to an anniversary party here recently in which barbecue was served because here in the South, barbecue is a big thing. And people pride themselves on barbecue. They pride themselves on their barbecue sauce, which is, there's a lot of variety there. You can go sweet, you can go tart, you can go spicy, you can go mild. My hot take is all barbecue is okay. I will never seek out barbecue. I don't go to a restaurant and order barbecue. I'm never blown away by barbecue because it's all okay. There's some better than others. There's some pretty ones that you get a bunch of gristle in. But barbecue is just cheap meat cooked till it's soft and you put a sweet or spicy sauce in it. I just am not a barbecue person.
I have never felt as if we were so close to getting canceled as a entity as we are right now. And I've suffered now for about 8 years for some of the worst takes you have ever had. But the fact that we are allowing this man to say out loud, after he has done full episodes about his love of nothing more than macaroni and cheese, to go on and have the audacity to say that barbecue is nothing but cheap meat and that it's okay, should let you know about his opinion regarding anything of flavor.
Because macaroni and cheese can achieve great heights.
I'm going to refer back to this moment in this podcast numerous times from here on out. Anytime we're talking about opinions and suggestions and taste, I'm just going to go, this man does not like barbecue.
It's sacrilegious to say here in the South. Barbecue is the food of the South. It's fine. It's like, I have the same opinion of pizza. All pizza is okay. I've had good. I've had bad. There is nothing. I've never eaten a pizza and it blown my mind. I've never had a piece of barbecue and it blown my mind. Now, do I like a pulled pork sandwich? I do, but I've never
keep
eaten.
Talking.
I've never
keep talking.
chewed.
I can feel every single person that has ever listened to this podcast sending me an email right now saying, "Jerry, we're sorry. We're sorry. All your lashing out has been for goodness."
There's people. Excuse. I'm saving you from the heartburn. Heartburn that these smoked meats give almost everyone. Barbecue.
You might be the.
Yeah. That's my opinion. That's my hot take. I told you it's a hot take.
You might be the Antichrist. Just throwing it out there. Just gonna put that out there real fast. Okay. All right. Never. Okay. Sam.
To each their own.
Yes.
Vive
thank
laissez
you.
vivre, as we say here.
Yeah. Thanks. Thank God you said all this when we have a Canadian on the episode with us to calm me down. To be like, no, it's okay.
Do you have any opinions on barbecue, Samuel?
If you would have said this when Ryan Maxwell was here, we would have had it. You would have lost.
Yeah, I love a good barbecue. It might be cliche, but I put a little bit of maple syrup in mine just to add the sweet.
There you go. Yes.
A little bit of bourbon.
Yeah.
Well, now you're catching my attention. Well, so Samuel, the question we've been asking everyone: what is your most played game, both video and board? Brought to you by Sir BranDan Haines.
Board game would be Guards of Atlantis 2, which is kind of inspired by video games, the MOBA genres, like League of Legends and stuff like that, which I've never played, but I've played the board game like hundreds of times, mostly online. So it's a game where you're split into two teams. Everyone has a unique character. You can build it as you level up to have different roles. And you try to coordinate with your teammate to get things done, but you don't want to give away your plan to the other team. So you get some magical moments where you see the what you need to do, and you don't need to say it out loud, but you just do it and it works. Or sometimes it doesn't, and it's funny.
I think you've mentioned that many times before in previous times, because I've never heard of Guards of Atlantis 2 until you mentioned it in some other setting.
Yeah, I've been singing its praise for a couple of years now. The new stuff just arrived like late last year or early this year, so they did a new campaign with new characters and an update pack. So everything was rebalanced, and I haven't had much time to try the new stuff, but I'm still excited about the game.
I have absolutely no style of what game that is. No idea of what style that is.
It's kind of like team-based Gloomhaven. So it's card play, and you have to you each reveal your card at the same time, but you have a small hand of cards, so only like 5 possibilities. So rapidly you know what the other people can do. And then it's just the mind game of will they do A or B, and how do I respond to that? So the rules are pretty simple, but the interaction between the cards and like each character has its own play style and unique things they can do. So there's a lot of variety from game to game. You can switch characters, or you can try to master one of them and play them again and again.
What about video?
I don't play them as much as I used to. I guess when I was a teenager, I played a lot of Super Smash Brothers. The one for Melee on the GameCube. It's probably the one I played the most. So I had a couple of friends who were into it as well, and we just like spend every weekend doing only that.
I was unfamiliar with that. That was after my time by quite a bit, but I've played it with a few friends, and you just run around beating each other up, pretty much.
Yeah.
But you do so with Nintendo characters, which if you want to do in the real life, you can just simply buy a Switch 2 now and pay an exorbitant amount of price to not actually own it. Nintendo has released its own new policy regarding the games. Their games they don't actually sell now, nor do you actually own a Switch. You just own the license to it. I think that's absolutely insane.
It's kind of like that with movies, though, nowadays, right?
Yeah.
You used to buy DVDs and stuff like that, but now you just stream.
Yeah,
You
so
buy the
now,
right to stream.
you buy the right to stream it, but now even their physical copies of the Switch games don't actually have the game on them. It's just the license to download them. And if you mod a Switch, they'll basically kill it. So yeah, it's like they've gotten crazy with it. But oh well, Mario's got to make a buck.
How goes your podcast, Board Game Duel, predominantly in French?
Yes, we're doing good. We've been doing it for almost 4 years now. So usually what we do is we each we choose a topic, and each of us there's 2 of us, and we each bring a game, and then we argue about like which game is better, and we let the audience decide afterward.
Hey, have you come to hate your co-host yet, or do you ever physically want to harm them or yell at them in such a fashion, or do you make things go after them in a personal way, or is it just like?
No, it's just he's been my best friend for a while. We lived together for like 7 years, so we know each other quite well. And yes, we can argue, but it's always in good fun.
Yeah, I don't know how that works. That must be a Canadian thing or something. I don't know. It's like that is like I mean, okay, all right. I'll have to take your word for it. But I bet he likes barbecue.
Probably, yeah.
He probably does.
All right. Well,
He has
we're going to do
sensible
something.
taste.
We're going to do something crazy, and I'm going to drag everyone in and see what chaos ensues.
I don't know.
Oh no! Oh
Now,
no!
listen,
Got
hang
back
on.
in.
We're going to take a moment here.
Oh
We're going to
no!
take a brief
We're in
moment
the-
here just to rank people. We're going to rank the people that we've had on our episode here.
Oh no!
Just from the because I feel
No,
like
you're asking for reciprocation here, Jerry.
so it's like I feel
Wow.
like I'm torn. I'm torn.
Rip torn.
I'm very torn because number one, we got A Woods. He has been very integral in assisting us with the Discord, so that like moves him up. And I would have never have thought that Doran Phoenix would be even on a list, but the fact that we share the same undershirt makes it like our same taste, and the fact that he, it's that I feel like we're cut from the same
A
cloth.
loose hanging tee is the
The
cloth.
same
you're cut
undershirt
from.
cloth.
Same undershirt. I think it runs deep.
You
And
know,
so,
Bring Chad back.
And tucks deep, depending if you get the extra
oh, wait.
long.
Poor Chad has been left in the dark.
I got you, Chad. You're good.
Oh, right.
we
So
almost lost
Press
Chad.
the wrong button.
without
Computers are hard.
Andrew Woods,
Hello, Grandpa.
we wouldn't have had this pod channel in the first place because he's the one that I think did that for us.
This is going to drive Gobby insane because I was just ranking all of our various guests that we've had on the podcast this today, and I couldn't decide between Dorian and I sharing the same love of undershirts, or the fact that A Woods has kept us alive here by keeping all that. And look at Sam; he looks exactly okay.
Wow.
Number one, first off, all right, Sam and his Kiefer Sutherland haircut, but that Viking beard. I'm officially no longer the most attractive man on this Discord channel. It just killed me. I'm deflated.
You never
just
were.
Deflated.
You never
so
were.
Ryan went down a little bit with that mustache, like that whatever that thing is he's got going.
The Omni-Man mustache made me go down.
Yeah, the Omni-Man mustache was killing it.
That's subjective. I was a fan,
Wow.
Ryan. I was a fan.
Okay, well, I don't know.
You know how many 45-year-old women are asking about that on a daily basis?
I bet they are.
Well, I'm going to say I have a kindred spirit to a certain BranDan. I'm not going to say we share features, but we do share certain predominant features that are bright and shiny on top of our heads.
Your lack of features. Being bald is not a feature.
Me?
Do you?
I just cut my hair, Gabby. Me?
All the way down and out? What did you do?
Yes.
Man, that's some aerodynamic efficiency.
No guard.
For being in the
No
water
guard,
right
homie.
Look at Ryan's legs right now. Not only
Wow.
he oiled his calves.
Oh,
this is not pay-per-view, Ryan.
It's just a Ryan.
Wait, hold on a second. My
Yeah,
video is
I
not
can.
working. I did not know what I was showing you guys there.
Yeah. Well, I'm just. I just described to your OnlyFans, your only calves.
So
and
only calves.
There we go. Here we go. Now back to the grizzled detective.
He does really
You're too
look
old
like
for this.
Omni-Man. It's shocking. It's absolutely shocking and amazing.
That's what it looks like.
we,
Lord.
all of us, actually look like two old grizzled detectives.
Yeah,
All of
everyone.
us.
Yeah,
Everyone on this.
If you, I gotta take a screenshot of this real fast. I've been snippeting them
Yeah.
singular, but like this
Looks
looks
like
like
a grizzled
I
detective.
could send this to I could send this to CBS right now and say, listen, I got a new NCIS lined up for you. Here it is.
My camera's not working.
I'm
Here you
surprised.
go.
I'm like every one of us. I know at least 3 of us, not counting Jerry, have podcasts. So it's just shocking. All of us middle-aged white men have podcasts.
This is like the worst version of Avengers.
Wait, can we go back to where Gabby thinks I'm white? That was Ryan.
That's Ryan.
That's Ryan.
Well, you appear
Bad.
very white. You appear very Caucasian to the
Very Caucasian.
the naked eye. Our only bit of diversity left, that was Betsy. She was a female.
This is going to be the longest episode you guys have ever
No, we
had.
did a 3-hour. Didn't our 100th one do a
we did
3-hour one?
You had a 3-hour episode?
Yeah, our 100th one, wasn't
No,
it?
the
I mean,
one-
it got pretty
150.
rough there towards the end.
150.
Well,
It was
that and the
going on.
original the original listener podcast that we ran a few Christmases ago when I ran the WebEx thing was like 2.5 hours at least.
And it was
So
fun.
you had some
It
long
was a good
ones.
one.
Well, and see what happens is when we invite everybody in one by one, rookie mistake, you spend more time with people in the beginning, then you realize, oh crap, this is going to take forever. And so then, unfortunately, the last person's like, all right, nice to meet you. Next. That's it.
We'll see you later. Oh, yeah. I'm pretty sure the FBI is monitoring this now. There's too many. The collective knowledge of this group here. This is how if you ever watch those like what is it? Is it like True TV or whatever where they have those motorcycle gangs? How do those get started? This is how. It's like one of you
We're
buys
starting a motorcycle gang.
I'm just saying,
We
one
need a
person buys a
sound
Harley.
rougher
I'd be
than
okay with that.
It's a
I'd
quick
be okay
slide
with that.
from Monopoly to Everdale to
Everdale.
motorcycles.
That's all it takes. You get one of them does one thing, and then that's it. I'm already like I'm literally Googling like ultimate frisbee in the Tulsa area. Like, I wonder if I can fit in a game and figure this out.
Ultimate frisbee or disc golf? Because
No,
ultimate
there's a difference.
frisbee.
Well, in Canada they play ultimate frisbee, and it's not disc golf apparently. And so that's what Sam was saying, and I'm much more.
Never Sam. Sam, how is that different?
Well, you
Yeah,
run
Jerry, what do
around
you
and
think?
try to catch the frisbee in the end zone, but there's no like contact. There's no like hits
Well,
or
there's no
anything.
contact in American frisbee golf.
Wait, hold on,
No,
hold on.
Yeah, so frisbee golf, you try to throw the disc in a basket. And ultimate frisbee is like team, and you pass to your teammate, and they try to catch in the end zone to score a point.
Can you tackle people?
No, you cannot tackle, and you cannot
Okay.
run with the frisbee in your hand.
Yeah,
you have
it's
to
Canada.
pass it.
And
Also,
That's what is in America too.
There is contact in frisbee golf because I made contact with many trees with my disc.
That's right.
And in Canada they're throwing maple leaves instead of discs. Yeah, Tyler keeps saying I can't see it. Someone needs to invite Tyler. How do you invite Tyler?
I don't know.
Tyler, he's too busy putting his children to sleep at 7 o'clock to make it.
No,
That's
he's
what he said.
texting us.
He missed out. I'm wondering if Pod is invisible, so he thinks everyone is offline. Did anyone else see the Pod channel when you were out of it?
I did.
Yeah,
I could see it.
No, Tyler just can't figure it out.
Okay, I tried.
Poor banker.
Gabby,
Huh?
Gabby, I have a question.
Yes.
Because how do you think this has gone?
Don't sugarcoat it.
Good till now. The editing on this isn't going to happen. It's just going to be absolute. I did invite him. Well, I invited Tyler. If he makes it, he makes it.
I mean, it looks like he's in a witness protection program or something. 'Cause it's like there's a lot of lights, but not lighting up his face.
That's the way I like it. I prefer to be backlit.
Well,
He's in a Homewood Suites.
Yeah, I'm in the Hampton Inn and Suites.
Oh, Hampton.
Yeah, I'm in the Hampton. Yeah, it's a rough place. I'm hearing people next door. They're probably wondering what I'm doing.
What are they doing?
Typically,
next
I'm
door?
watching The Equalizer on FX for the 18th time. I can't tell you how many times I've seen Denzel manhandle people. That's all that they have here.
There's another
Queen
one.
Latifah.
Wasn't there another
Equalizer 2?
Equalizer?
Yeah, there's Equalizer
No,
2.
with Queen Latifah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, that's the TV series.
Yeah, that Queen Latifah thing is that's underrated. It's just it's Queen Latifah.
No, it's
I
not.
mean, really,
It is not underrated. It's absolutely.
I encourage you.
It is not.
For instance, Gabi just said that barbecue is overrated. And it's okay, and so Ryan
Ryan
exactly.
Ryan perked up. Yeah, well, you'll just have to listen. I'm not going to restate it, and I'm not going to stand my ground on it. If you come at me, I'll fold like a wet blanket.
I'll stand with you. Barbecue sucks.
Okay.
What is wrong with you?
No, that is not my stance. However, my stance is all barbecue is okay. There's some slightly better than others. There's some worse than others. but it's nothing I want to seek out. People that come to BGG and they're like, oh, let's go to the Hard 8 barbecue or some other, like, okay, there's way better food to eat than barbecue. It's the worst meat you can take off a cow, and you cook it till it's soft, and then you put sugary sauce on it.
It just got triggered.
I can't stand by.
Gary,
Listen
I'll go to
anymore.
Arctic with you, don't worry.
Oh, why did everybody just leave? What was that?
God,
Oh my gosh. I don't even know.
I don't know either.
Man,
don't know.
I'm so mad right now.
Brisket, Gabby? Brisket. You don't like brisket?
A brisket is
one of the
literally
worst
one of the
cuts,
worst.
That's why it has to be cooked with.
It's one of the worst cuts of
Like,
meat you can get. Give me a filet
It is
mignon, and I'll eat it.
traditionally, he's right on this, because brisket, when it started, they wouldn't even serve it. It would be what the cooks at barbecue competitions would keep, and then they would eat it, and eventually they got it down to where it was like people wanted it.
But yet
just
now
like
it's
just like burn ends.
Well, just like anything else, we're talking about like lobster or shrimp or crabs. Lobster were like outlawed. It was torturous. They give them to prisoners, but because
They give them to poor people.
But
too.
now here we are. We've invented poor boys. Now we have made something that was obviously lower in quality, but we've risen it up. It has gotten so good. I think that speaks to just the ingenuity of it, and I think that Gabi is just completely ignoring the historical value of barbecue. I mean,
Brisket was
where did Eve come from? A rib.
She didn't cook it and smoke it.
Brisket is not a bad cut. They just had to figure out how to cook it properly. And
wait,
give me
the best cut when cooked properly. Brisket, next to a good juicy steak, is the best cut of meat.
And if you're going to barbecue,
can food
take
be?
it from a pig. If you're going to barbecue, pork is far superior to any cow. Give me some pork butt.
Pork butt is good. All
You
barbecue
have
is good.
to
That's the
lather
craziest
it.
thing. All barbecue is great.
It's all the same. Yes, exactly.
Yeah. You have to cook a pig just right, or you'll get all the worms.
This is
You're cooking the wrong kind of pig if you're getting worms.
It's coming from a guy who don't like crabs. Just letting you know.
Yeah, crabs.
When I'm smoking a pork butt, I'm not usually getting it from a wild javelina. That's where you get the worms from.
Just shoot them out in the yard, cook them in the ground, and hope you don't get Crutchfield Jacobsons. Either way.
Well, so Gabi, what's your food that you put above barbecue? Is it just
mac and
because
cheese?
you like meat,
Oh,
right?
mac and cheese.
Many others.
Yes, that's it. That's his number one food.
Oh no, I like sandwiches. I like an Italian sub. I like a hamburger.
Like, what would your last meal be? What would your last meal be?
This is a great question.
Good question.
This is a great question.
It would be an Italian dish.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like noodles. I like sauce. I like meat.
Macaroni.
Chicky parm.
Ooh, I love me some chicky parm. I do.
Oh.
I like spaghetti. I like classic spaghetti and meatballs.
I made some killer meatballs. I should give you the recipe.
I'm pro meatballs.
Mm-hmm. Grape jelly.
Grape jelly. I'm pro.
We got a Tyler. Drag him on in.
Oh, there he is.
No way. He made it.
Oh, he made it.
Our last detective.
What happened to him? Did he leave? Hang on a second. Drag him in. Is he not?
I think Ryan looks more like he'd be the police chief than the detective.
Oh, finally. The Michael Chiklis.
Finally. Like Mike.
So you put your child to sleep. Congratulations for loving your children. But currently, what is taking place here is that Gabi had waited for every American to have his say regarding things, and then he pulled Sam in, and at the very last, just dropped the biggest thing that we should have known from the beginning. Gabi feels like that barbecue is okay and overrated, and this says this casually, and then proceeds to go, "Well, yeah, I know, like this is a hot take," and he just says that this was about his business, and then proceeds to say something else. What was the other thing that you thought was overrated? Barbecue and what was it?
Mac and cheese.
Pizza.
Maybe.
That's his favorite. What pizza? He says pizza is overrated. Never been wowed by pizza. And he just says this and leaves it, and then doesn't think
Like
that this
barbecue,
is going to cause us.
Pizza is okay. Every pizza I've had is pretty good. I'm never going to go to a restaurant and order pizza or barbecue. I'm going to order something much different and special.
Man, actually, you know, when you guys come to town next week for bowling, I've got to take you to the Gaucho Pizzeria place.
Absolutely.
So if you've ever,
do they put barbecue on the pizza?
They do make a barbecue pizza, but like if you've ever been to one of the churrascarias like Texas de Brazil or Buena Brasa or Fogo de Chao or whatever, that's what this place is, except pizza. So that quality of pizza and all those different styles, and they walk around and like, do you want this weird slice of pizza? Sure. If not, you pass. It's just like that. Yeah.
Well, that's
and it's
awesome.
not
wait.
too far.
A pizza place that's like Fogo de Chao?
Yes. Like imagine. Okay, so start with CC's Pizza, but like 5,000 times better. So like on the level of like a Bob's Steak and Chop House or something, but pizza. And they walk around like Fogo de Chao with a pan with the pizza on it, and they're like, "Hey, would you like this slice? Yes or no?" And then they just keep going.
Where is this?
There's one in Southlake, about 15 minutes from my house. About 30. No, it's Texas.
Oh, I don't know where Texas is.
I can't get over this screenshot that we have here of this group. As I had said earlier, Tyler, that this was like the grizzled detectives of the NCIS type thing. It literally looks like Sam just got back from being undercover at some sort of Viking gang, and he's got PTSD. Dorian's recently divorced because he's sitting there with sprues. He's clipping naked minis with his shirt. Woods is obviously
his nails over there.
Yeah. Woods is obviously tech support, so he's got there's behind him is just tons of Starbucks cups. And Chad, this is his last week. He's put in his papers. He's about to retire.
I'm too old
he's
for
hoping this will be over soon. And the rest of us here are just hanging on. I'm obviously got
Jerry. I didn't get anything.
You everybody knows you already. They've seen you. You've got so many complaints against you. Like nobody will let you frisk them. I'm just saying.
Gabi's the chief.
Gabi's the one that hurt his knee 15 years ago, and he's just been writing it down. I get the paperwork, guys. I get it.
I'm a desk jockey.
But at the desk job, and Ryan. I'm just saying, Ryan takes his frustrations out on those that he can.
No, Ryan's the captain that tells you y'all been acting too much like loose cannons, and I'm tired of covering for you.
You do it, Ryan. Ryan, can you throw it out there? Do it.
I need your badge and your gun.
He's not gonna do it.
He's not doing it.
Oh, you want me to actually do it? No, I don't. I am the loose cannon.
He is a loose cannon. Anyways, what was the thing that you were asking, Gabi? The most played game? You got asked that to Tyler. What's your most played game, video or board?
So for Tyler, since Tyler missed out, BranDan asked, "What is your most?" I won't tell you what exactly how you phrased it because it's a poorly written email.
Oh my God, I wrote it wrong. I'm
printed
sorry.
out on paper.
You know what I live with.
Okay, so I'll say. He says, "I'm actually curious from a video game and board games." That's a sentence.
So most played video game and most played board game?
Yes, that was the gist of his
Let's
sentence.
see.
That was not fully formed.
My most played board game is Space Base. I think it's still Space Base. I've played it over 100 times and I love it. And the more that I play it, I actually enjoy it. And I've actually never played with any of the expansions. I just keep playing the base game over and over, and I still find like new and exciting combos and everything from it. I love it. And then most played video game, probably, God, what did I play a lot of? Just Pokemon. I love Pokemon. I can't name a specific edition, but like when I was a kid, it was just I was always playing Pokemon. Like Blue version was my first one, and then but I kept up through like the DS and 3DS and everything, and loved those. I haven't played any of the new ones though. But Pokemon.
Who's your favorite starter?
Favorite starter? Ooh, probably Squirtle. Squirtle's my favorite starter, for sure. Love that.
There's a lot of excited people. We're pro Squirtle here.
Or pro Squirtle.
I'm more of a Charmander guy.
Oh yeah, Charmander's fine. Bulbasaur,
Stop.
not as strong.
Okay. You always got to single me out, man.
It's awful. Well, all right.
Well, Well, we said
I
that
knew
the
Gabby
exact
was about to
same
say it,
time.
but because I actually feel sorry for you having to edit 2 hours of this.
It's gonna be
because that's what we hit. But that's
But you know
okay.
what? It's been smooth enough, and of course, when you have 9 people on a podcast, it's going to get crazy, and I probably just won't touch it at all because, except for BranDan, who I think may have uttered a curse word. How dare you? How dare you use adult language? And
You're going to edit out all your. You're going to edit out all your barbecue hot take.
My anti-barbecue propaganda.
Sorry.
Your anti-barbecue hot take was what needs to happen because that will get us canceled. Straight up.
It's been a pleasure recording, and we appreciate y'all showing up. Y'all have been some old faithfuls for quite some time, and it's nice to see the retention that we've had with many of you. And the retention variable that is, what we always
sounds
seek
weird.
Yeah, retention.
You're
Everybody
very
wants
taut.
that. Everybody wants that.
Everyone's very taut. We're very glad.
But anyway, thank you all, each and individually, and as a group of snobadillos and Midwestadillos and just Westadillos. David Allen should have got on here. He's a Discord member that speaks a lot of time. This is pretty much the Discord. It's everyone that keeps chatting in it. So
I didn't know we had one until today.
That's
when you signed up for your 5th different username.
I keep getting kicked off.
If I swore, I apologize for swearing.
He's at Jerry Baker 73 at this point. All right, well,
yeah, the Discord is the 8 of us and like 12 accounts of Jerry's.
Yeah.
Well, that's how I get people to agree with me. I just start all these Russian bots I keep putting on here. Say, listen, we're pro this.
All right. Well, we appreciate it very much, and until next
I've got to
time.
have Enrique say goodbye.
I don't have him saying goodbye. I just have him
Get
saying
Enrique to say goodbye.
Hello there.
And this is Enrique.
Yeah, there you go.
Where's his face?
All right. So I don't know what we're gonna go.
Can we all do it? Can we all do? And this is Enrique.
Just cut it off. 1, 2, 3.
This is Gabby.
This Jerry.
And this is Enrique.
And this is Enrique.
Brian.
That was bad. That was real bad. That was terrible.
Real bad.
Thank you for tolerating this episode of the Board Game Snobs. Stay classy.
Hello there. I live